Welcome back to the calendar. Well, if you need a laugh this weekend, the Make Me Laugh Comedy Tour is making a stop tomorrow evening. Chris, tell me about the comedians that are going to be there.
Of course, this is Chad Beadle's baby. He's the comedian who MCs the show. He has his own comedy that he brings, but then he'll bring one of his folks he's been with quite a bit, CJ Burney, and then he'll bring someone else. Jimmy Walker from back in the day is still around, still doing comedy, and so he'll be in town. He'll be on stage, and I'm sure that a lot of the show will go to him because he's such a well-known comic.
Yes. All right, let's get that information up on the screen for you. The Make Me Laugh Comedy Tour from 7 to 9:30 on Saturday at the Fraternal Order of Eagles in downtown Hagerstown. Tickets are $20. There's a telephone number and a website on your screen. Now, next we have Civil Rights, Civil Wrongs, Take Two.
Yeah, this is Just Looking Gallery, just up the street from us. They have like 4, 5, 6 shows a year, and this is a big one. They had a show 3 or 4 years ago called Civil Rights, Civil Wrongs.
Okay.
And so this is a revisiting of that same theme. Just Looking is African American artists and African artists. That's their specialty, and if you have not been, you should take the kids and go. It's a great gallery to visit. In the art museum here in town, you know, the art is given space on the wall, that things are not crowded together. Totally different approach to art display in Just Looking. It is, the things are packed close together, they're almost touching in some instances, and it's nice. I like going in there because although the space is small, there's so much to see. Many different artists, many different techniques, paintings and drawings and some sculpture and some ceramics and just so much. So this will be some of her great, well-known painters and other artists will be there. She's going to have Charlie Palmer and Wesley Clark, they do a lot of realistic work, but then they also, paintings, but then they also do some more abstract, more expressionistic type stuff. And both of those artists will be here this weekend.
Okay.
I think they're meeting Saturday. They'll sort of talk to each other and to the audience that's there.
Okay.
And what's great about these shows is that there's all afternoon, both Saturday and Sunday. The gallery owner, Eileen, has a reception with some nice food. So, you know, you can come and talk to the artist and see the art, and you can enjoy the noshing and talk to Eileen, and it's just a real nice time. Very nice time.
Yeah, and this is a great time to actually talk to the artist. However, the exhibit will be up through August 4th,
It will be, and Eileen said that she will have other times when artists will come in and talk to each other, so there'll be, you know, about once a month during the show, she'll have other artists in.
All right, great. Let's get that information up on the screen for you. Civil Rights, Civil Wrongs, Take Two. Reception is noon to 5 on Saturday and Sunday at the Just Looking Gallery in downtown Hagerstown. It is free, and there's a telephone number and a website on your screen. Next, we have a really interesting event called Hagerstown Hopes. Tell me about this one, Chris.
Well, this is a festival put on. This is an annual event. It's been, I think, 2 or 3 years at least, and it's aimed at the lesbian and gay community, and so it's organized by them. Sort of a time to celebrate their community, and there'll be some singers, there'll be artists, there'll be some activities for kids. It's meant to be a community event, and there'll be speakers. The theme, they'll be highlighting discrimination against the lesbian and gay community, and you know, how to deal with that, solutions to that, and just sort of raising awareness. But it's meant to be a lot of fun, artsy. The artists will include there's an opera singer and a guitarist singing, working together, and a DJ, and it's, you know, it'll be a festive time. So, and that's in Dobbs Woods.
Okay, great. Let's get that information up on the screen for you. Hagerstown Hopes from noon to 4 on Saturday at the Arts Pavilion, Dobbs Woods Park in Hagerstown. It is free admission, and there's an email address on your screen. Now, the next event sounds like one that my daughter would love. Backyard Gardens, an elegant tea party. I do not have a green thumb, but I love to look at people's gardens who do.
Exactly. And this is a chance to do that. There will be half a dozen gardens. This is walking around in Shepherdstown. So you'll see not only the old buildings and old houses and some of the detail. You know, back in the day, they didn't make houses that all looked the same.
Right.
You know, some were taller, some were shorter. It's nice to see an old town like Shepherdstown, 250 years old, and some of those houses are still around, and you know how they were made individually. Then you've got the gardens, and people do a really nice job. You know, some gardens are more formal, some are informal. So it's nice to have a chance to get in and see people who know how to grow things and have tea.
Okay, and where's the tea party taking
The
place?
the tea party is at the War Memorial Building. It's from noon to 4.
Okay.
The tour itself has larger hours, so you can
Okay.
do one and then do the other.
Great. All right, let's get that information up for you. Backyard gardens and an elegant tea party. Tours from 10 to 4 on Saturday and 11 to 4 on Sunday. And the teas run from noon to 4 at the War Memorial Building in Shepherdstown. Tickets are $25 for both, or $15 for the tour only or the tea only. And there's a telephone, I'm sorry, not a telephone number, a website on your screen. Next we have the spring recital for ballet and all that jazz.
Ballet and All That Jazz has been expanding their school here in town, and so this is the recital. They'll have 2 shows Saturday. The younger kids will perform in the afternoon, the older kids will perform in the evening, and they'll have some, their seniors or their more advanced students that'll perform at both. But this is, this is again a school that really takes performance, they want to do a good job, and so it's worth seeing. This is
Right.
ballet worth seeing.
Okay, and I believe the seniors probably choreograph their own piece, is what I'm thinking. Okay. All right, let's get that information up on the screen for you. Ballet and All That Jazz, 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. Saturday at the Maryland Theater in Hagerstown. Tickets are $6, and there's a telephone number on your screen. We have another spring dance concert. Chris, tell me about this one, also at the Maryland Theater.
Yes, Neshima is a Christian-based dance ensemble. It's older dancers. Some of them are still teenagers. Some of them are in their 20s and 30s who have moved out of the school setting, but they still want to dance. And so they express. Some of them are more. Some of their dances are more, would be suitable for a church, and some are just evocative dances meant to be beautiful to watch.
Okay.
But during their practices, they'll include some Bible study because this is not just about performance, it's also about growing as a person and about, growing as an expressive child of God. So Neshima will be performing at the Maryland Theater, and they'll have just one showing, one concert.
Now, is this a group that you can join if you're older and you feel like
Yes.
you have never had any dance experience
I
whatsoever?
don't know about that.
Okay.
The dancers that I read about all have experience, so
Okay.
they may prefer that. I'm not sure if they've got classes to bring up folks along. This may be for people who have graduated from a younger school.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Let's get that information up on the screen for you. The Spring Dance Concert from 6:30 to 9 on Monday, May 20th. It's at the Maryland Theater in downtown Hagerstown, and tickets are $5. There's a telephone number and an email address on your screen if you're interested in attending that. And Chris, tell me, if you are interested in getting your events listed in the calendar with the Herald-Mail, what do you need to do?
Send an email to Crystal Shalee. She's the editor of the lifestyle section. Send that to lifestyle@herald-mail.com, and we'll get that into the calendar.
Great. Thank you so much for joining us on the calendar, and we'll see you again next week.